It's important to perform a pre-trip and a post-trip for every bus run. And the reason it's important is because when you start as a school bus driver, you want to get a CDL. That normally helps when you want to become a school bus driver, and you get tested on how you pre-trip the bus. But it's also important because during your entire career, you will have to perform a pre-trip and a post-trip for each school bus run, and you document like this on paperwork just like this one over here. And basically it's important to do this for safety reason. You want to make sure that the vehicle is safe, that it works properly. It is important for accountability. If anyone took the vehicle before you did and did not leave the vehicle in the shape it should be, then it needs to be documented. Actually, you need to look at, always look at the paperwork that was filled up prior to the paperwork that you are about to fill. If you are the only person operating this vehicle, it's pretty easy to manage. If there are more than one person who have access to the same vehicle, you definitely need to be very thorough as far as who drove this vehicle before and what shape they left this vehicle in. So everything that you find on the vehicle, you inspect every part and you describe the condition, and it needs to be documented. This paperwork over here, every district has, it may vary, but it's still important that that is an official document. It is in compliance with the DOT, the Department of Transportation, and the DOT has the right basically to stop you when you're on duty on the road and ask for this paperwork. If you do not have this paperwork filled out properly, there are penalties that apply for that. And you don't want to fill your paperwork ahead of time for convenience. If I fill my paperwork for the entire month, I'm gonna have a hard time explaining to someone from a DOT official why I did that. So you want to do it thoroughly at the beginning and at the end of each trip. And the way the form works, it's self-explanatory. There's a place where you put, in this case, that's a monthly form. So you write down the month. I wrote down my name. I wrote down my bus number. I opened this form today just to give an example. My actual paperwork is over there, but I started from scratch just to demonstrate. And there is a space, every part over here we see hoses, belt, mirrors, turn signal. So you go around the bus, you check every part. If it's all right, you put a check. If not, you put an X. So you go about each route that way. And something else that I do also, because there is, you see, first, second, third, what I do, I add the day of the week over here. You can do it neatly without messing up all the paperwork. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I put the letter for the day just above the date, and it's just more convenient to do your paperwork that way. It is important, there are certain parts, every part of the bus is essential to cover, but there are definitely some parts that you do not want to forget. You don't want to leave that yard with bad tires. You need to make sure that your tires are ready to go, proper pressure, the tread no more than 2/32 of an inch, at least 2/32 of an inch deep for the rear tires, at least for 30 seconds of an inch deep for the tread in the front tires. You want to make sure there's no, dent or that there's no wear or tear on the rubber of your tire. So that's important to cover. The brakes, definitely you do not want to leave the yard without knowing that your service brake, your power brake works. You make sure that you look at the air pressure gauges to confirm that everything works soundly. And you want to make sure that all the emergency exits work properly. So basically, if you have a little dent on your rear bumper, you can leave the yard and transport the kids safely. But these three, components, those three aspects that I mentioned, that is not avoidable. If that doesn't work, you need to report it to the mechanics, to the bus shop, and most likely you'll be assigned another vehicle if they cannot fix it, before you leave for your bus run. So this is why it's important to do a pre-trip and a post-trip at the end of every bus run.